is excuses. How am I supposed to trust you when all you give me are excuses?
Choice is excellent.
This is going to be a fun one, huh? The 20 best episodes of Regular Show. And I could already hear that keyboard just clicking away. You didn't include my favorite episode. You're a bad YouTuber with horrible opinions. Oh, that was an interesting voice. That was giving me a... Do you know the Muffin Man? That's the vibe that was giving me. But either way, I'm going to be taking a look at the story, the characters, the arcs, the comedy, every single aspect of 20 episodes that I genuinely consider to be the best that Regular Show has to offer. And if you're, upset that your favorite episode didn't make the list, it probably wasn't that far behind because this was a very hard list to make. And just so you know, at 30,000 subscribers, I'm going to be cosplaying as Muscle Man and doing a hot dog eating contest. And if that isn't enough to spice up you just lifting your hand up and pressing that button, well, at 50,000, I'm going to be cosplaying as Pops and doing the milk challenge. And if we want to go really far in the future at 100,000 subscribers, I will be cosplaying as Mordecai and doing the excellent challenge. So if that floats your boat, you might as well subscribe. Let's rank the 20 best episodes of Regular Show. And starting us off is the episode Fool Me Twice, a game show episode that is just so enjoyable. I mean, it's a Benson, Mordecai, and Rigby episode. That trio is just unstoppable in creating great, memorable episodes. You have a great villain, a great concept. I love it so much, with Mordecai, Rigby, and Benson getting sucked into this TV, getting sent to Japan, and competing on the game show Fool Me Twice.
Come on! Hang up that phone now!
The number is to dial.
I'm dialing!
Hello, we have a winner!
And I just love the first interactions with Mitsuru Shinehara, the main villain for the episode, where it's just, you're supposed to try to fool him so you could progress the competition, and Benson is just saying the most, nonchalant things ever.
What are your names, contestants?
Oh my gosh. What the?
Welcome, first American contestants. Oh my gosh, and what the?
No. There's been a mistake and we need to leave. Our names are Benson, Mordecai, and Rigby.
Oh, you fooled me once!
Shame on you!
And it just doesn't make any sense how they're actually fooling him. It's just so funny.
No! We weren't even trying to fool you!
But I thought you were.
This makes no sense!
You fooled me twice!
It's a great way to start the episode, and then you eventually get all the way to the Baka Blitz portion of the episode, where they're not really, worried about getting punched, because if you lose this game show, then you get punched in the face. But they're like, oh, it's TV, it's not gonna actually happen. And then we just get this, 30-second long compilation of Mitsuru just punching people in the face nonstop and literally killing people.
How does it feel to be the only contestant who didn't die?
I can't feel my face, but at least I'm alive.
It even pans to the only person that ever survived getting punched in the face, and his face is just mangled up. Such a great concept, puts a lot of tension into the episode, and makes the villain actually seem threatening with his big old fists. Yeah, I like it a lot. Everything with the Baka Blitz is also a lot of fun, with Mordecai and Rigby basically just getting tortured the entire time.
Make it stop!
And Benson, the guy who didn't even want to do this, who didn't even want to compete, is just a challenge machine, dominating and getting Mordecai and Rigby through it. They eventually get all the way to the end, which is literally just walking across this beam of lava with swinging mallets. Yeah, what kind of game show is this? But either way, I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time. And then Mitsuru Shinehara shows up at the end, and he's holding what looks to be a gun underneath his little cape there. And in reality, it's his fist, which has grown 5 times the size.
Whoa! You can't shoot us!
Shoot?
What? Dude, what's up with your hand?
It's gone too long without punching a face.
Look, what? And then the only way that they can get past him is for Benson to fool him one more time by saying, look, it's Mount Fuji. And then he gets fooled again, so his hand turns on him, stretches, and punches him in the face and sends him into the lava.
Look! It's Mount Fuji!
Oh?
Run! Run!
No! You fooled me 3 times! No!
Amazing! Amazing! And just to top that all off, we end with 2 amazing jokes with this little robot guy who was his helper just saying, "You guys are the first to complete the Baka Blitz, and that means I have failed." And then he just explodes.
You are the first contestants to beat the Baka Blitz without being punched or dying. This means I have failed. Gomenasai, Shinahara-senpai.
What? Why? No. And then they go to space camp because that was the mystery prize, and Benson has a great time. Fantastic ending. Overall, a fantastic episode. I genuinely love the concept. Everything they did with the game show was just so much fun. There was so much to like about it. The villain was amazing. Mordecai, Rigby, and Benson's just dynamic throughout the entire episode was also just really enjoyable. I like this because, you know, usually when Mordecai and Rigby want to do something interesting, they like the formula of it ending extremely poorly for them in episodes like Stick Hockey, and then just Benson is always the one to come in and save them and just do so much better, and it just works so well for the episode. So Fool Me Twice, I think, is a underrated classic and definitely deserves to be in the top 20 episodes. At number 19 is the episode Prankless, and this episode is just by far the perfect use of Muscle Man that you could have in an episode. It's not using his character so much that he's just oversaturated with the same joke over and over again, but everything they do with him is honestly perfect. All the cast members get to appear in this episode in one meaningful way or another, and the beginning of it is just honestly so hilarious. Call me a horrid human being for always laughing at it, but just Pops walking into this room, seeing Muscle Man with a bed taped on the ceiling, is just like, "I've got you this time, balloon!" Oh, and then just hits the balloon upwards, and then the bed just collapses, falls on top of him, and he just starts going, "Ah!" because his back is literally broken, and he gets taken to the hospital. "Time, balloon!" Oh.
Oh no, bro!
Which sets up the episode very well because Muscle Man decides that he's going to denounce pranking forever. This leads to Gene reactivating the prank park war that Muscle Man ended way back when he threw a giant balloon onto East Pines Park. So the prank war is active again. We get a lot of good scenes with that. I really love this one scene where Gene is just destroying the park, wreaking havoc, and then Benson's looking for everybody and he finds Mordecai and Rigby, who are just out there covered in tar and feathers, and they just start getting blasted with tomatoes.
Mordecai, where are you guys?
Right here.
Mordecai, Rigby, get out of there now! Oh, no!
It just feels emotional. It feels tense with how they frame all of it to just go down. It makes it seem like they're literally getting shot and Benson is dragging their corpses back to HQ. It's just so good. I love it. It's hilarious. And the ending of the episode is phenomenal when they need Pops to go and see Muscle Man, and they fake stage this prank to make it look like East Pines tried to punch Pops in the face with this box.
Infectionaries. Their pranks are hurting me.
This prank war ends now!
Which leads to Muscle Man just going so hard, taking out all of his pranksters, all of his employees, and making Gene think that he's literally going to die, using smoke and mirrors to make it look like he's floating up towards the sun in one of the most elaborate pranks ever.
It's the sun! It's set in motion! Get ready for some fun! Hope you brought your suntan lotion!
Okay, I'll never prank your park again! I swear!
Yeah. Crazy stuff, but a phenomenal episode. There's just so much to like about it. It's hilarious. All the prank stuff is honestly really funny. The setup was really good with Pops getting a bed falling on top of him, and just that ending is just honestly iconic. Definitely one of Muscle Man's best. Just literally doing something so horrid to Gene, but hey, it worked. It won the war, and it created a phenomenal episode. At 18 is the episode Wrap It Up. And first of all, I just love the concept of this episode so much. Taking a character like Pops, who is so naive and so nice, and making him go into a rap battle, yeah, that's gonna make for a pretty good episode. But what really helps this episode shine is the guest stars, Childish Gambino, Tyler the Creator, and MC Light. That is a fire guest star entourage for this rapping episode, and I just love the opening of it, with them just destroying people, having a rap battle, having a good time.
Comment on the scene, you step to me and you're gonna get cream. Corn, all up in your teeth, you reek, you're the opposite of chic, you freak, your rhymes are like antiques.
They all sound so good, the beats are fire, and then Pop shows up and he's like, "Oh, poetry, oh hello, you're all such beautiful people." And then they just start brutally roasting him, just making Pops look like nothing, and challenging him to a rap battle later that night.
So now you know who we are. Crew is the crew shining brighter than the quasar, but you're bizarre. Yes, you, sir, are a loser. So cover up that freakish dome and head back home and take your poems.
So Mordecai and Rigby have to spend the episode trying to help Pops. And even when Pops manages to get them into the poetry rhyming scheme because they actually do enjoy it,
Key to this place puts a smile on your face. It is the people that it does employ.
Why, this is the part. Good show, old boy.
Mordecai and Rigby keep going back on it because they're just worried that Pops is going to lose and get made fun of so bad that he might even die. But this leads to a great scene where Mordecai and Rigby just aren't willing to help Pops, aren't willing to wear the outfits that Pops made for them so that they could go with poetry, which kind of just messes with Pops' mind and makes him just uncertain and sad. And then Skips does a great message in a bowl of soup to say how disappointed he is in Mordecai and Rigby.
Yeah, losers for life.
I've lost my appetite.
Mordecai Rigby. Friends don't let down other friends. You guys are losers.
And Mordecai and Rigby realize that they just need to go with Pops and help him and do what Pops wants to do, and it'll all work out. So we cut to the rap battle and Pops is there alone. He's getting absolutely destroyed.
No! Come on, tough guy. Why are you tongue-tied? Watch out, everybody look like Grandpa's about to cry.
And that's when Mordecai and Rigby show up, wearing some poetry outfits, ready to dig up some poetry.
Weathering a righteous storm, the rainiest of days.
Poetry?
Friends stick together through thick and thin always.
Which just honestly leads to such a good finale with all three rappers getting their time to shine.
You guys are like spoiled hams in a can, super bland. Expiration dates overdue.
Childish Gambino goes hard, Tyler the Creator goes hard.
So ugly it bugs me. Take care of that mess and sweep it under the rug, please. So trust me, you're only taking matters from bad to worse. Only solution is to turn it round in reverse.
MC Light goes hard, even though it was a little bit short, and just couple that with the amazing visuals because everything they're saying is actually happening.
What are you, a rat, a squirrel, some kind of fat meerkat who thinks he's rad? And look at that, your girlfriend's dropping words absurd again. Useless bits of rhyme that expose the nerd in him.
All three rappers die in really brutal ways.
So I thank you, good sirs, for this great contest. It's certainly been lots of fun, but there's nothing you can say to put me to rest. So really, I've already won.
It's just really good stuff. Even the poetry goes pretty hard and gets some great visuals to go with it. It's just a phenomenal episode with a great finale, a amazing build-up. It helps strengthen the emotional bond between Pops, Mordecai, and Rigby and makes them genuinely such good friends to create such a good episode. What else could you possibly need? Amazing guest stars that are also great villains for the episode.
Okay. This be getting serious, you guys are delirious. Are you hearing this? Talking about positive things, but you ain't got no game. And it's plain to see you're strange to me, cause we be shining like diamonds.
Some character bonding, becoming better friends, and an awesome finale. Definitely deserves to be in the top 20. Camping Can Be Cool is one of the most well-rounded episodes in the show. It genuinely has great character dynamics that push the characters' stories forward in a meaningful way, and then you also have the anything but regular ending that just ties the episode together in a really nice and neat bow. I just enjoy every aspect of this episode. First of all, you have Mordecai and Rigby taking Eileen and Margaret camping, and you get to see actual developments in Eileen's character where she shows off something that is more than just being, you know, Margaret's friend or just the girl that works at a coffee shop or just the girl that has a crush on Rigby. You actually get to see stuff about her life and what she likes to do and how cool she could be, which makes the episode a lot better and helps her character stand out a lot.
Did you find the matches?
No, I just did it the old-fashioned way.
Wow, Eileen, I didn't know you were so handy.
Yeah, I used to get lost in the woods a lot.
When you were a kid?
Last year. was kind of a phase I was going through.
And her friendship with Rigby is growing at the same time, which makes the episode also a key moment in their overall story. And then you have genuine developments for Mordecai and Margaret sitting on top of the car, bonding, having a good talk.
Well, you know.
Yeah, but that was art school. It's different.
I just can't wait until I can finally quit my dumb job.
Oh, what? Then where will I get my coffee from?
The coffee will still be there.
Yeah, it just wouldn't be the same.
And it's one of the first moments that you could see that they could actually possibly have a relationship instead of Mordecai just being like, Margaret. Yeah, so that was good stuff. And then you have that crazy ending where Margaret goes to get some, firewood because her car just got locked out of because Mordecai's dumb, and she goes to get some firewood, and then this man deer comes out of the forest, half deer, half man, and starts trying to chase and kill them.
Take filthy hands off branches.
What?
And it's just honestly so tense. It's such a great ending. Just the deer is honestly such a good villain. He's just so weird, but he's honestly pretty reasonable.
Right, guys?
Really? Yeah, totally, for sure.
Just like Mother said she loved me and not to follow her back to the city.
You could understand why he's mad at them for coming and trashing the forest constantly. So he's hunting them down. He's trying to chase them. And then just in deer fashion, he gets hit by a car and he dies at the end. Yeah, it's a great way to end a deer. Pretty funny, pretty on point, I would say, for a deer man. And yeah, it just turns out to be a really good episode. You got such great character building moments, and then you just have a really good ending with that awesome deer villain to make it one of regular show's best. Weekend at Bensons is a phenomenal episode. It just checks all of the boxes. They again follow this formula of let's just put Mordecai, Rigby, and Benson into a trio and just create a little bit of magic. This episode genuinely has everything. The introduction is just perfect. It's so funny with Mordecai and Rigby just failing to put in a simple light bulb and just being like, and it's just clearly tilted, not even working.
Put in a simple light bulb.
Almost got it. Bam!
That's not how you do it!
I love Mordecai and Rigby. I think they're just so hilarious when they can be so dumb. So Benson walks up the ladder to put it in himself. They start arguing, saying that Benson has nothing to do after this, just making fun of him, roasting him, and then they start fighting with each other and knock him off of the ladder, and Benson just gets knocked out cold.
No, you're annoying!
You're annoying!
You're annoying!
Hold the ladder!
Yeah, so now they have to pull a Weekend at Bernie's to take Benson home. And just this entire sequence that we get right after this, where they're just trying to take Benson around in the golf cart, and Muscle Man is trying to talk to Benson because he has something really important to say, and they just drive away from him, and we just cut to this scene where he's just sprinting after them, just running at the speed of light, and his boobs are just going up and down like this. It's so funny. I love it so much.
Ah! It's Muscle Man!
We can't let him find out.
Hey! I wouldn't talk to Benson!
Whew, that was close.
Wait! I wouldn't talk! Duck!
We lost him!
And then he didn't have anything really important to say at all that work for nothing. But either way, we got a great opening to this episode. This is only the first 3 minutes, and they've already established a pretty gosh dang good plot. But then what we get to later is when they do get back to Benson's apartment, we get to see Audrey for the very first time. And she is just so unbelievably sad that Benson isn't going to be coming to her party.
Right, Benson?
But you said you were gonna come. We planned this over a month ago, remember? Okay. You're a busy guy and you work a lot. I understand.
They've been planning this for months, and Audrey really wants to get to know Benson. So Mordecai and Rigby realize what they gotta do. They gotta drag this gumball machine's lifeless carcass around so that he could seem like a cool guy.
We haven't hung out before this. I'm so glad you could make it tonight.
Yo, Audrey! Who's the jerk face?
Good enough prospect. Let's hope that it's gonna work out. And boy, oh boy, does it work out. Because they end up fighting this guy named the Iron, slapping some water into him, pissing him off, which leads to the ultimate spice challenge, where they just keep shoving spices down Benson's gullet.
What's that, Benson? You want to wash that down with some chili flakes?
Well, Benson's just unconscious body is probably like, no! just suffering the entire time. But either way, they're keeping up with the Iron. They're making Benson look super cool. Until eventually the Iron is just sick of it. He's sick of it all. And that's when he starts to create the Mississippi Queen. And, oh, I've been there. Oh, how I have been there. It is not a very good drink, but the just aroma of the Mississippi Queen wakes Benson up, and they go to the bathroom and they tell Benson everything that's happening, and Benson realizes that he has to go through with it to impress Audrey. He needs to do this. And so he's all like, I'm gonna drink this. And so are my two buddies, Mordecai and Rigby. So all three of them down it, and they're just like, that wasn't even spicy. And the Iron's all like, well, that's called beginner's luck.
Huh. That actually wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I didn't really taste anything.
Yo, Chuck, your Mississippi Queen was Mississippi lame.
Yeah, it's not even spicy at all.
Yeah, well, that's called beginner's luck. Luck.
And then they just go on a hallucinatory nightmare that's honestly visually so amazing. It makes this episode go down in history as one of the best, just for this entire like 2-minute sequence where they're just tripping everywhere, tripping at the party. They go to the coffee shop. They have a taxi driver who turns out to be a really hot like skeleton chili guy. It's just all cool. And you have Mississippi Queen being the song of choice to just go along with this incredible scene to just top off this episode and make it just so memorable. This episode was hilarious from beginning to end. It has so many great scenes. Mordecai, Rigby, and Benson slightly becoming better friends somehow, you know, hanging on to their jobs even through all of this. We get a look at Benson, and he actually manages to pull the girl, getting the number on his chest at the end. The Iron was a decent enough villain for the episode. It's just perfect. Definitely a 10 out of 10 episode. And then we have the episode Grave Sites, which I think, you know, every form of media tends to do a zombie episode at some point, but regular show just does it so much justice. I love it so much. I love the beginning of this episode where it's just Benson asking for ideas to help fix the house because they really need to rack in some dough, and everybody's just giving their ideas. Muscle Man wants to do a sports tournament, and he just goes, let's get physical, and then falls through the house.
Hey! I got some choice sports equipment in the shed. Let's have a sports tournament and get physical.
Yeah, that was some good stuff. And then Mordecai and Rigby are all like, let's do a scary movie night in the graveyard. And Benson's like, that's a great idea. And Mordecai and Rigby stand up and they're all like, you know nothing about scary movies. We'll save the park with our knowledge of scary movies. It's a really funny moment.
It's gonna work.
Because we know everything about scary movies, and you know nothing about scary movies. We'll save the park with our knowledge of scary movies.
Stop singing or you're fired!
Sets up the episode well. Perfect introduction. And then we just go on to everybody setting up. Mordecai and Rigby go to grab the movie player and the movie, and they get Zombocalypse 3D. Yeah, so we got everything going. It looks good. Looks like everybody's buying all the tickets. Benson is happy. And now all they have to do is just get through one movie night to earn their paid day off. Yeah, there's a lot on the line here. So they just start playing the movie. It's basically like an Evil Dead, like Ash movie, which is honestly just so much fun. I love it. The movie actually works so well with the episode. And then eventually Rigby and Mordecai start messing around. They knock the movie over and everybody starts losing their mind, Benson especially.
It's terrible! Come on!
Dude, why isn't it working?
Everybody's getting very angry. They're gonna say that they want a refund, and so they eventually fix it, and they just won't play it, won't go in. Rigby spits on it, and then puts it back in the movie player, and then, well, a little bit of chaos happens. And as we hear the movie start to say, what you just did, you raised the dead, we see all the zombies begin to rise up, and all of our park gang, except for Benson, who is just enjoying the movie, have to fight the zombies.
Dude, nice shot.
It's just great. The action in this episode is incredible, and the thing that makes it just so much higher than a lot of action episodes in regular show, at least to me, is the fact that along with the action that our characters are doing, it mimics what is going on in the movie, which just creates like really good scenes with like Skips sprinting with like a javelin pull, and then the dude in the movie is doing the same exact thing, and they just ram into each other and kill them at the same time.
Cause I got me a zombie kebab.
The quotes just line up so good. I love it. It's good stuff. Pops is standing at a candy machine just being like, "Oh, would anybody like some cotton candy?" And then Muscle Man flings a disc to save him.
Pops! Hey, wormhole! Get a tasty lick of this!
It's just good stuff like that. It's just a great action-packed finale to this episode, and just to top it all off, they gotta fight this one giant zombie at the end who is just so big and massive, they have to drive the car into him, and that is the end of the movie. It lines up with the movie, just boom. Perfect stuff. Perfect finale to this episode, and Mordecai and Rigby earn their paid day off. It's just so good. It's just classic fun throughout the entire episode. It's hilarious. The final fight is amazing. Just makes for one of the best that regular show has to offer. Caffeinated Concert Tickets is one of the best episodes from regular show season 1. It's just a nostalgia-filled classic, to be honest. It has that perfect regular show formula with Mordecai and Rigby wanting to go to fist pump. Let's do it. They're gonna do anything they possibly can because Margaret really needs that sweet succulent red bird that I hate so much, and Rigby just wants to go to a rock concert. Pretty valid for both guys, so they're gonna do anything they possibly can. So they ask Benson for a lot more work, and they're doing all of this work thanks to coffee. With that coffee, they're able to complete all these jobs and earn the money. They eventually get enough money, except there's one simple problem. All the tickets are sold out except the VIP tickets, so they're gonna have to work even more to try to get $400 tickets. How could they possibly do this? Well, when they're on the verge of collapse because their one final big job is to mow the entire park lawn, a very daunting task, they're just so tired, they hear a noise, and it's just coffee, 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 coffee.
Coffee, coffee. Coffee? Greetings, fellow fist pump fans. May we help you get some tickets?
And just this giant coffee bean shows up with his translator and is just like, "Hello, I am a giant coffee bean. I could give you the caffeine you need. Let's make a deal." And then pulls out a contract and just reads it, coffee, 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 coffee. And Rigby, being his usual self, is like, "Cool, a contract, let's sign it." And then he signs it, and then he just starts squirting coffee out of his big old nipples.
Coffee, coffee.
Ah, cool, a contract. Let's sign it.
Coffee, coffee.
Yeah, I love regular show so much, and we just get working for the weekend, queuing in that beautiful song. Well, we just get a montage of them mowing that grass. It's perfect song for this entire scenario. I love it so much. It just makes the episode so much better. Every time they use music like this, it genuinely just turns the vibe up just to 100 or something. I don't know, it's just so good. I love the music in the show, and they eventually get all the money they need for the tickets after this beautiful montage, except that's when the contract comes into play. This contract was for them to buy enough tickets for all 4 of them to go, which, Mordecai and Rigby didn't really read the contract, so they end up dicking over our big old coffee bean and his translator. They're very sad now, so they knock Mordecai and Rigby out with chamomile tea, and they start running away with the tickets.
Please accept this coffee to help you make it through concert.
Thanks. Hey, what the? This isn't coffee.
It's chamomile tea. The sleepiest of all teas.
Was released to Mordecai and Rigby waking up, giving chase, and this incredible scene where they're just chasing them. The translator dude pulls out a chainsaw after the coffee bean is like, "Coffee, coffee, coffee," and says to finish them, and they start fighting with the chainsaw. It's just crazy.
Coffee.
Give us the tickets!
And they eventually get all the way there, and Mordecai and Rigby are able to overcome the coffee bean and the translator, leaving them sad, crying, and they go to the concert, and the tiredness catches up with them, and they pass out before they even see the concert, which is the perfect way to end this episode. Honestly, so hilarious, and this will always be one of the classic regular show episodes, and I think it deserves to be on the top 20. And then I have the Christmas special. It's just honestly perfect to me. So many different shows obviously are going to do a Christmas special, but regular show just went so hard with this one. A perfect villain, it's tense, all the characters get to participate in a fun, meaningful way, and it just has that Christmassy feel to it that just makes it such a good episode that I have to rewatch every time Christmas rolls around because it's just that good. I mean, the opening, the introduction of it is literally Quilgan stealing this mysterious box. You have no idea who this guy is, but hot on his tail is literal Santa riding a hoverboard up to the sleigh, and then they're fighting on top of the sleigh, fighting over this box. Santa's all like, Rudolph or something, and it blasts a laser at this guy, and then Santa jumps out with this box and then gets shot. They had Santa get shot in the opening of a Christmas special.
Merry Christmas, Santa Claus.
And you think he's dead? That's crazy. And then we just cut to our guys who are throwing a Christmas party right now, and Mordecai and Rigby say that they're gonna go get soda, and that's their gift to Benson for the holidays. And I also like Benson's little subplot for this entire episode where he thinks his like little Christmas sweater is the most beautiful thing ever, and everybody keeps dissing him on it, so he's just really sad all the time. I enjoy that tiny little subplot a lot.
Yeah, you know, it's just fun, festive. I like to get loose on holidays.
I mean, that's gotta be the winner for ugliest sweater, right?
Oh yeah.
It adds to the episode pretty well, but Mordecai and Rigby eventually stumble upon Santa, who crashed through Skips' garage, and we just get this great scene where they're just interacting with Santa, and they just say, "How do we know that you're Santa?" And he's like, let me just talk about your letters. Santa, dude, don't be lame, dude, just get me an invisibility cloak.
I've been getting letters from you two since you were little. Dear Santa, dude, give me an invisibility cloak. Santa, dude, don't be a jerk. Just give me an invisibility cloak.
And they're like, dude, this is Santa! So this helps them embark on a journey to destroy this box that Quilgan made, where you can get whatever you want for Christmas, but it's made with dark magic, and so they have to throw it in a lava pit and destroy it forever. And the scene where everybody comes to look for Santa, and he's eventually gone when they get there, and they all open the box, it just shows the power this box has to turn everybody against each other.
What the? I want to see? Oh, sweet. No! Give it! Give it!
It's just great. It's such a great plot for a Christmas episode, and so they're all going to this lava pit. They eventually get some help from Jean to get all the way there, and they just go down, and everybody has to complete a different trial. Like, Muscle Man has to do this, like, ice dance where he just starts breakdancing and dodging all these spikes.
Watch out!
I don't know how Muscle Man was able to do it, but he does it. And then Benson has to play a pinball machine to create this bridge for them to get across. Also a very good moment. Pops has to wrestle a literal polar bear.
It's a match you cannot win.
Yeah. Great stuff. They get all the way down there, and then there's just this amazing joke where Quilgan has been chasing them this entire time, just used the stairs to get down there and avoided all the trials. That was very odd, but hey, I'm all for it. And Quilgan is holding a gun to them, and that's when he gets the box. He's about to destroy Christmas forever. It's crazy.
Give me what I desire most, the destruction of Christmas forever.
And that's when Mordecai jumps at him, basically spears him down into this lava pit, taking him all the way down. Rigby follows, and then we just get this great battle as they're floating midair towards the lava, towards their deaths, over this box, and they're able to pull through. Quilgan goes in the lava, and they're able to save Christmas. It's just phenomenal. It's such a good episode. It has all that Christmas theme that you need. They gave Santa a literal six-pack.
Was unscathed.
Santa's got a six-pack.
It's incredible. It's just such a phenomenal episode, and will always be one of my favorite regular show specials for that incredible story, the comedy layered throughout, and just the incredible ending. It just hits everything that I need for a Christmas episode. Skip's story delivered on giving us a actual good backstory for Skips after so many seasons of buildup, with episodes like Free Cake, Skip Strikes, and Fist of Justice, all of these episodes that were pointing towards Skip's backstory episode, but it took them 5 seasons to finally get there, so this one was pretty hyped up, and what they delivered, I think, is one of my favorite episodes. The episode has 2 main plot lines here. It's all about Skips wanting to fight Clorgbane, who is the main bully of the school, and never walks away from a bully, and also his love and romance developing with Mona. And I actually love that side of the episode because in such a short amount of time, they made their relationship feel real. You could understand why this was the only woman that Skips ever loved. In such a short amount of time, they made Mona seem like an actual character, somewhat better than what we had seen from other characters in the past 4 seasons. Mona and Skip's relationship felt real, which makes the episode really sad and tragic with what happens. Skips is supposed to fight Clorgbane at prom, and he's also supposed to be taking Mona to prom. And this one scene that I want to highlight that just makes this episode so much sadder is the scene that we get with Skips going to get Mona from her parents' house, and they're just so ecstatic. They seem to care so much about her daughter, and even as they're leaving to prom, the dad says, "Take care of her now. That is someone's little girl."
Take good care of her tonight. Don't forget she's someone's little girl.
Don't mind him. Tonight is going to be perfect.
Which makes the scene hit so much harder with what's about to happen, with them having a good time at prom, doing their first and final dance together at the same time, with Forever Young playing in the background. Obviously, it's going to be party tonight when I show you the clip, because copyright sucks. But either way, that song was very emotional and a very well-chosen song for that scene. Can you imagine when this race is won? Turn our golden faces into the sun. Praising our leaders, we're getting in tune. The music's played by the madman. Just wanting to remain forever young, stuck in this moment that was about to be his last moment with her. Clorgbane invades the prom, starts to attack Skips, is about to kill Skips, and that's when Mona pushes Skips out of the way and sacrifices herself to save Skips. Skips gets the Fist of Justice, starts laying into Clorgbane, destroying him, and uppercutting him into space forever.
No more. Agreed. No more. No more fear. No more bullying. No more Clorgbane.
That scene is just so great. Just no more bullying, no more fear, no more Clorgbane. Just a great scene for Skips. You could perfectly understand why Skips decides to become immortal so that he can fight Clorgbane every single time he comes back, because Clorgbane was the one who killed Mona. A very sad origin story for Skips, but was something that delivered on every level that it needed to, because there was so much build up to finally finding out his past, and they could have done an episode like this in season 2 or season 3, but that wouldn't have hit as hard, because we had so much build up, so much time to grow and to love Skips for who he is, for this helpful guy, and to understand how he became that with this episode. Just was so good. It definitely deserves to be in the top 20. The episode Just Set Up the Chairs is probably a great introductory episode that you could show to anybody to tell them what regular show is all about, because it has everything you could possibly need. I really like the beginning of it with Mordecai and Rigby just being like, not setting up the chairs next time. Just trying to, get out of setting up the chairs because they deem it as a really boring job. But with Mordecai and Rigby being how they are, setting up the chairs is a very daunting task. Even when they have the motivation of saying, Benson is gonna drop his balls when he sees how good we set up these chairs.
Benson's gonna drop his balls when he sees how good we set up these chairs. He's gonna be all like, oh no, my gumball.
That is still not enough. They're able to pull through and set up a couple, but they run out. So they have to go into this little storage room, they get in there, and that is when they see a bunch of arcade machines. And this is just a very, slow build to the ultimate climax of the episode, but I still enjoy it with them just playing a bunch of arcade machines, Mordecai winning just, 10 in a row! It's just so much fun. I enjoy it. Just feels like a slice of life episode until they eventually see one arcade machine, the Destroyer of Worlds. They go up to it, it's not working right away. They open up the panel and they see that it says For all that is holy, don't connect the red wire to the blue wire. What do you think they do? What do you think Mordecai and Rigby do? They connect it. They connect the wire, and everything goes dark for a second. They get blasted back, and just like that, the Destroyer Worlds is released.
I don't think we should do this.
Come on, come on.
Dude, what just happened? I don't know.
A giant floating demon head. Rigby's all like, you could be cool, and then he just starts destroying everything. It's so hilarious.
That can't be good.
I don't know, he could be cool.
Oh man, we're so dead.
Maybe no one will notice.
Oh, who unleashed the Destroyer of Worlds? Good show!
And then you just go on to Muscle Man coming out with the special entertainment. He's like, I hope you kids like our special entertainment. And then they just get literally fried right there.
Kids, get ready for our very special entertainment.
So, Skips, Mordecai, and Rigby have to come together, bring all the arcade machines together to form their own Colossus to fight the Destroyer Worlds. Just this giant lemon man with a top hat, and he does so well. They're fighting.
Whoa. Mordecai and I got the arms. Rigby, you got the legs.
Ah, what? Legs? Legs suck, man. This is worse than the chairs.
They're trying to learn how to use him, and eventually Mordecai just sprints off because he sees the Destroyer Worlds is going to destroy the chairs that they need.
The extra chairs! Dude, you killed the Destroyer Worlds. I'm gonna go get the chairs.
It's too dangerous. Just leave him.
I don't care. We're not slackers!
Mordecai!
And he's like, yes, this is important right now. Sprints at them, and while he's getting harassed, Rigby has to mash all of the buttons to finish off the Destroyer Worlds by blasting him with burgers, and is able to destroy him.
The button mashing's working! Finish him off, dude!
Very good fight. That retro classic music is so good. The theme for the Lemon Guy is great. The Destroyer Worlds music is also just really good. That added a lot to the episode. And then you get some classic Benson rage to top it all up because he's obviously very pissed that they destroyed the park, released the Destroyer Worlds, and Mordecai and Rigby got to sweep up that special entertainment.
Cool, right? You idiots! That's the last time I entrust you with something important, like the chairs!
Oh! Not setting up the chairs next time! Not setting up the chairs next time!
But you are gonna clean up this mess, and you can start by sweeping up this special entertainment!
Phenomenal episode. I think it's the best from season 1 and definitely deserves to be on the top 20 list. And then we have the episode Fuzzy Dice, and in this episode, Pops is all like, oh, my birthday would just be such a jolly good show if I got some fuzzy dice from the Fun Zone.
Oh, what's everybody doing in here? Oh, hey, Pops, we were just, going over the schedule.
No, we were talking about how no one knows what to get you for your birthday.
Well, that's quite simple. What is it, Pops? A pair of fuzzy dice from the Fun Zone.
So, yeah, that's what the guys are going to be trying to do. They're going to go to the Fun Zone and get those fuzzy dice. And for the first, 7 minutes of this episode, it kind of just feels like some good slice-of-life content with everybody going in. They need a kid to get in there, so Rigby has to dress up as a kid and just start zipping and unzipping his fanny pack, going, lol, 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 lol. Yeah, that was good stuff.
What is it, man? Lol, 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 lol.
And then they all just start playing a bunch of different arcade machines to try to win enough tickets, and they're eventually down to their last token, and they decide to use it all on skis balls. Yeah, I don't know why they had to call it skis balls. That just, doesn't sound right to me, but they're playing skis balls and everybody is just, throwing it. It's just skee ball. They're just throwing the balls. They actually make it seem pretty interesting with them all lining up, all throwing the balls. Mordecai is able to sink it and they win enough tickets to get the fuzzy dice.
Hurry! Come on, Mordecai, sink it!
The guy pulls it down from the rack, and that's when Freddy Fazbear walks up, grabs the dice, and is like, you ain't taking nothing from nobody. And just, He presses a button and his car just explodes from the ceiling, falls down. Mordecai's like, oh, what?
Now we can give these to Pops.
Sorry, but you ain't giving nothing to nobody.
Excuse me?
Oh, what?
Because apparently, yes, there's animatronics, and they're alive before Five Nights at Freddy's came out. Regular Show did it first and honestly did it better. I love it so much. So the Freddy and his gang, the Capicola gang, they start driving away, which leads to a chase scene. Muscle Man tries to jump over to their car.
Give us the time!
It's just a lot of good fun. I like this action sequence, and they eventually get to this dock where it looks like Freddy's about to pull out a gun and shoot them, but that's when the FBI, the military, the SWAT team, everybody shows up, and we just get this crazy gun shootout to top off the episode, with everybody just shooting so many bullets at these animatronics, blowing them up with rocket launchers. It's a crazy sequence, something that you would never see, especially when this came out in any form of cartoon. You would never see guns used like this, and Regular Show is just like, well, if we could use one gun, why don't we just go all out and use every single gun we could possibly imagine? And it makes the scene so much more memorable, so much better, and one of the best finales to any Regular Show episode. The Capicola gang, they were a very fun villain. I mean, they put diamonds into this fuzzy dice and just waited for the statute of limitations end, and then come to life just when our guys get those fuzzy dice. Just great stuff. Great villain, great concept, fun slice of life stuff. Makes for a really good episode. At number 9 is the episode Busted Cart, and this episode may not be the most hilarious episode in all of Regular Show, but in what it means to the series, I think it's important to make the top 20 list, especially for Benson's character. This is genuinely an episode that was able to shift everybody's opinion of a character, and is one of the best episodes that just encapsulate Benson's entire character arc. That's why I appreciate it so much. The episode's all about how Mordecai and Rigby destroy the cart right when the warranty is about to expire, so Benson has to drive there in one day, and if he doesn't make it there on time, he's going to be fired. Mordecai and Rigby tag along, and they actually start to form a...
Benson, why do you hate us so much? I don't hate you guys. I just hate some of the things you do. Okay, I really hate some of the things you do. I know you don't mean them, but I'm your boss, and it's my job to push you to do better.
Bond, they're hanging out, being friends, they're dancing it up, having a good time, and Benson puts some trust in Mordecai and Rigby to just drive there while he is going to get a little snooze in. And with that trust, they just smash it to pieces. They go to the arcade instead, and by the time Benson wakes up, it's already daylight, and there's no way they can make it to the dealership on time. And that's when Benson has his breakdown.
Excuses! Excuses! How am I supposed to trust you when all you give me are excuses? When are you two gonna learn that your actions have consequences? Consequences that affect other people, like me. Don't you two understand? I'm about to lose my job. You may not care about keeping your jobs, but I care about keeping mine. Because if I lose my job, I have nothing. Do you hear me? I have nothing!
One of his most emotional moments in Regular Show, where he is crying, giving his speech. It is such a good moment that genuinely changes how you perceive Benson on so many levels. He goes from just being this angry boss to being somebody that genuinely, this is all he has. He has to work to achieve this, and he cares about his job regardless of if Mordecai and Rigby care about theirs. It's just such a real moment, and it's by far my favorite Benson moment in the entire series. It's just so real. So Mordecai and Rigby take the cart, and they start doing some stun carting. Benson follows, and they do like this most dangerous highway ever where they just have to avoid everything. It's honestly a really good scene, and they manage to make it there on time. Oh no. Benson gets to keep his job, and Mordecai and Rigby were able to redeem themselves. It's such a phenomenal episode for Benson's character, but it's also just a lot of fun. Everything leading up to his breakdown was also really good. The Mordecai and Rigby and Benson bonding stuff was good, and that finale on the most dangerous highway ever, that was also a really good way to end the episode. Definitely deserves to be this high up. And then we have the episode Karaoke Video, which is all about Mordecai and Rigby going to this karaoke club and just karaokeing it up, but they end up saying some very hurtful things about Benson, Skips, Pops, Muscle Man, all of their friends, really hurtful things.
My name's Skips. Let me and my muscles stare at you condescendingly.
Walking? No thanks, I'm too good for that.
So their goal for this episode is to make sure everybody doesn't go to the karaoke club and eventually get the karaoke tape back. It's mandatory karaoke night though, because Benson's like, it's mandatory. If you don't come, you're fired.
Hey, can we just... No, we're going to karaoke. And you know what? Now it's mandatory. Yep, mandatory having fun at karaoke night. You don't come and you're fired. So deal with it!
So they all go there, and Mordecai and Rigby try to sneak into this dude's office to steal the tape, and this guy is very adamant that they do not take the tape, so they just start going, they're trying to take it, they eventually grab it out, Pops goes up and just starts singing one of his best songs, Loose, foot loose, kick off your Sunday shoes.
Been working so hard. I'm punching my card.
Yeah, I love Pop singing Footloose. I will just say that every single time I talk about this episode because it's just the best part of this episode. And then this leads to an amazing brawl between the karaoke owner, his bouncer, and then Mordecai and Rigby just fighting over this tape, which eventually leads to an all-out brawl with everybody in the karaoke club all fighting.
Jack, get back. Come on before we crack.
Just to Pops going, Footloose! It's just so good. The fight is awesome. We get some great visuals for it. It's hilarious. Muscle Man has a gravy pouch on, of all things. And it eventually ends when the karaoke owner punches Benson in the face because the tape lands in front of him, and then Benson breaks the tape over his big old head.
Come on, let's go.
Give me that tape! You want it? Fine. Take it then!
Everybody got Footloose!
Phenomenal episode. Pops elevates it all the way up to here. That fight is just incredible, and then just, I just love everything about it. It's hilarious. It makes for a perfect episode. At number 7 is Exit 9B. And I understand the importance of this episode to regular show. I mean, it's one of their greatest productions ever. It was probably the most hype thing that they ever made, but I still think that there are a couple episodes that are better than it, that even do better than this entire episode in 11 minutes, which is why it's all the way down to 7, but I still think Exit 9B is one of the greatest episodes that regular show has to offer. The perfect introduction with everybody just running away from this madman, shooting lasers, all of their minds getting erased.
You won't get away with
Mordecai and Rigby going into the past so that they could fix everything. I mean, into the future, not into the past. They're using a time machine to go into the future so they can fix everything. All the scenes where we get to see everybody acting really different from how they are is a lot of fun. Mordecai and Rigby trying to help everybody jump their memories. The best one of those is just, you know who else is C=8? Well, actually, yes, I do. It's my mom. And then he just remembers his entire life.
the back.
Yeah, we were just wondering. Do you know who else is C=8?
Well, actually, yes, I do. It's my mom.
Really good stuff. And this leads to the ultimate final battle where they get kidnapped by Benson, who is still on the side of Garrett Bobby Ferguson Jr., and he brings all of the villains back from the dead that we saw throughout the past 3 seasons. It is the ultimate payoff episode. It's just so good. With this ultimate final battle happening, we get so many great scenes from that.
Now!
Mordecai and Rigby are trying to jog Benson's memory so they could just sign the national landmark document so that he has to stop building this highway.
Dude, ham boning!
Ham boning! Ham boning!
And eventually, one of my favorite scenes happens in this entire episode during the fight when the No Rules guy splashes some water on Skips' Fist of Justice, and then the big version of the baby duck just grabs him, puts him in a portable toilet, throws him up into the sky, and he gets hit by a plane. perfect way for that guy to die again. Loved it. And eventually they have this final confrontation with Gary Bobby Ferguson Jr. and Garrett Bobby Ferguson, where Thomas splashes some coffee onto them, and they're able to save Thomas. He signs the document, and Gary Bobby Ferguson and Gary Bobby Ferguson Jr. die by exploding themselves.
You just broke the universe record for disappointing your father.
Great episode, incredible villain, incredible fights, incredible concept, such a great build to that final fight with all the memories. It was just so cool to see different versions of everybody from the park. I love this episode. It's probably the most hype episode that they ever created, and it definitely deserves to be this high up. And then there's the episode White Elephant Gift Exchange, which to me is by far one of the most hilarious regular show episodes that they ever produced. It's a really casual episode. You're not going to get a lot of like plot moving things here. There's nothing too crazy happening, but everything they do is amazing. It focuses on how Muscle Man has been pranking everyone during like the White Elephant Gift Exchange game, which is a game where you're able to steal gifts or give gifts, stuff like that.
Ooh, what on earth is this?
It used to be ranch dressing 20 years ago. Now, boom, brand new paperweight.
Everybody is just trying to get some wholesome gifts, and Muscle Man always makes it so horrible for everybody, which leads to them all making this plan to sabotage the game to make sure that Muscle Man will end up with their ultimate prank gift. And watching everybody just go around to get what they need for this gift is a lot of fun.
I didn't want to retire at 65 anyway.
Pleasure doing business with you.
It's a great build-up. It gets you excited for that ending when Muscle Man is going to finally opening the gift, and they're just playing the game, and it turns out that Muscle Man actually got a flat screen TV for everybody.
Shoot me if I plug it in or something?
No, bro, it's not a prank. It's an honest-to-goodness flat-screen TV.
This is really weird, but then he does this big old speech about how we're all family. We're family. We're supposed to treat each other like family, and I'm sorry I was rigging the game, so I got everybody a TV because I'm so nice, which sucks them into the White Elephant world area. It's just this big white elephant who apparently is in charge of everything, and they have to make a deal with him that they'll go back and tell Muscle Man about the prank so that they don't do this, and then it's revealed that the box is just full of Chinese food. So yes, for a second, they made you think that he wasn't going to open this sweet, succulent prank gift, but he does. And just all the scenes that follow are just so good, with him getting sprayed with like clam chowder, like spoiled clam chowder.
Eyes in my eyes is 10 times the surprise in your eyes as I kiss you goodnight. Your smile is the fire that rocks my soul. Gonna remember it until I grow.
And it looks like he's got like semen on his face or something. It just looks so funny, and just all of the faces he makes while he's just getting brutally assaulted by this prank. The elf coming out of the present, just elbow dropping him and then just punching him in the face over and over again.
Cause life is too short, we gotta do things right. So baby, let's just party tonight. Baby, let's just party tonight.
While everybody's just laughing, having a great Christmas time. Oh man, so good. One of the funniest scenes that regular show has to offer, and I genuinely think this entire like slice of life episode is one of the best episodes in regular show. A regular epic final battle part 3 truly just let regular show go out with a bang, and most people would probably put this as their #1 episode, or maybe all 3 episodes as their #1, because it is truly just such a good finale. I still think there's a couple episodes better than it, but I just can't deny how good this episode is. I mean, you have Pops and Anti-Pops fighting, Mordecai and Rigby starting off this episode being sent back in time to the very first episode, and they have to find the box and the power to take them to the end. Whoa, won't you take us to the end? And they go there, and then we just get such an incredible visual fight. I love it, with Pops being sent back into like the naive man from Lollyland in a great scene that was so good. Pops flying out, and we get to see like everything dropping, like the regular show title font dropping onto him. We get to see Mordecai and Rigby being turned into sticky notes, into storyboards. Everything they decided to do here was so unique.
Dude, what the heck is going on?
The fabric
I just loved it. All the animation just went so hard. And then you have Pops' incredible sacrifice where he hugs Anti-Pops and flies into the sun.
Don't worry, Mordecai and Rigby. I know you're sad, but I promise this is a happy ending. Take care of each other. Goodbye.
So emotional. One of the only scenes in the show that can make me genuinely cry, and just having this character that was so naive and just so likable and just a jolly good show sacrifice himself for the fate of the universe. Yeah, that's gonna hit you pretty hard. And then the rest of the episode just also hits you so hard because it's just a montage of everybody returning from space, reuniting with their families, and the next 25 years of their lives, and just Mordecai and Rigby talking on this porch, just saying, I wish Pops could be here to see this, and without Pops, we wouldn't have this.
I can't believe it's been 25 years.
Yeah, I wish Pops could have been here to see this.
Well, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have this.
Yeah.
So good. Such an incredible way to end this just long journey of 8 seasons. They just went so hard with the season finale, and I couldn't make it any better. It was just amazing. A regular epic final battle part 3 definitely deserves to be this high up on the list. Excellent is widely considered to be the best episode in the series. I mean, hell, it even won an Emmy, which makes a lot of people say that it's overrated, but I think it's perfectly rated. Everything that they did in 11 minutes was just perfect television. I love the beginning of it. It's such a great blend of a serious tone with comedy, with Rigby really wanting to do the excellent challenge, even though he's allergic to eggs, which sends him into a coma.
Right. What would you like, sir?
Bring me the omelet.
Dude, you're allergic to eggs?
I thought if I ate really fast, maybe I wouldn't notice.
Yes, what a great beginning to this episode, and he makes Mordecai promise that he will win this trucker hat by completing the excellent challenge. And we get this such a real scene after this where Benson is just like, if you guys were just working, none of this would have happened, and Mordecai punches him in the face.
Well, I hope you've learned something from all this.
What?
Maybe if you'd been working like you were supposed to, none of this would have happened. Mordecai, what are you doing?
What's your problem? This has nothing to do with work. He just wanted the hat.
It's such a real moment that helps make these characters feel so much more relatable. It feels like a real situation where someone's friend is genuinely in a coma and he doesn't know if he's gonna wake up. Why would you say something like that? It's one of the pivotal moments in the series that genuinely elevates the show so much for me into being more than just this episodic 11-minute show that is just silly gags. No, this scene felt so real to me, and that's why I love it so much. Mordecai goes on to try the excellent challenge. He fails. He goes back to the hospital, and that's when Benson comes to his senses, tries to be a real friend, and helps coach Mordecai through the excellent challenge using Jonathan Kimball's book, the guy who actually managed to beat the challenge. And we just get this great montage with I Need a Hero in the background. So good. So funny too, just with them training for the excellent challenge, Mordecai giving it his all, and eventually he goes on to do the challenge. We get a fight scene while Mordecai is doing the challenge. He's eating it, he's swallowing it whole, while everybody is fighting the waiter staff who's trying to stop Mordecai from completing this challenge, and Mordecai is able to do it, and he is sucked into this dimension with the excellent night guy, and he has to choose the correct hat, and he's able to do it and save
Your choice is excellent.
Rigby. Such a good episode. It's so good. It has everything you could possibly need. It has comedy, it's got a montage, it has real relatable moments with the characters and pushes their stories forward. It's just so good from beginning to end. I can completely understand why this episode won an Emmy, because it deserves it. If you think it's overrated, then you probably just say that because you were sick of everybody talking about it, because it was just that good. And number 3 is the episode Brilliant Century Duck Crisis Special. And I don't know if a lot of people would put this episode this high, but I just think it's that good. It's considered the regular show anime episode, and they just go so hard for these 22 minutes on everything. The episode's all about how Pops just runs into the house and he's like, "Oh, I was attacked by a dinosaur!" And Mordecai and Rigby have to go investigate it, and it turns out to just be this cassowary. And all the scenes with the cassowary, when you just think it's a normal cassowary, are really funny, especially when they're just trying to get rid of it, and then all of a sudden he just pauses, opens its chest, and it just fires a missile at the carts. That was so funny.
Dude, it's working!
and it's revealed to be a robot sent by Playco and the geese because they want to turn Mordecai and Rigby into action figures and the baby ducks. Yeah, so pretty good concept we got going, and this leads to everybody forming with the baby ducks to fight the geese and the cassowary and Playco. And we just get so many transformations in this episode that are honestly so hype, and just to go with that are incredible fight scenes. Our guys versus the geese and cassowary in the rain. Such good shots, makes for such a good episode. It's so great, and they just start fighting, going all the way upwards, fighting up into the sky. Playco's guy gets a big like wings, and then our guys just keep on upgrading over and over and over again. They start fighting in space. All of these fight scenes are just so good, mixed with such good comedy. You have Benson going through the arc of saying they should sell out, so until being the only one that doesn't want them to sell out. It's just perfect. Eventually, the geese merge with the literal moon, forming Lunar Goosewary X Omega Warrior. It's just so hype.
Lunar Goosewary X Omega Warrior.
There's so many references to so many different forms of media that just make it so good, and our guys are able to pull it out when we get Carter and Briggs coming to save them. Just so many different people to form a just giant version of themselves, and they summon a sword from a distant moon and slice them and just like take them down into the ground and just step off into the earth. I don't know, it's really hard to describe this stuff to you because it's so many different things happening. It's hard for me to describe fight scenes when there's so many different cool things happening, but all you really need to know about it is it's really cool. I'm going to be showing lots of clips of it. It's just awesome. It's a great special. It's just one of the best things they ever created. Just 22 minutes of just action-packed nonsense is all I really need to put you in my top 3. High Score is just such a good episode. It was so good that Billy Mitchell literally had to sue Cartoon Network in real life because of how much he hated Garrett Bobby Ferguson. But what can I say? The episode's so good. It's got incredible music, an incredible villain, a good, impactful, tense ending, and it makes for one of the best episodes in the show. The episode's all about how Mordecai and Rigby really want to get some respect, so they leave work and they go to the coffee shop and they start playing this game, Broken Bones. They get eviscerated by these two kids who are just so much better than them.
How do you get negative points? How's that even possible?
These kids have all the respect in the coffee shop, so Mordecai and Rigby just start grinding this game. We get Hangin' Tough in the background, and just a montage of them just destroying people left and right in Broken Bones. Great scene.
Cause you're gonna get stopped.
Just such a good build up to the finale of this episode. I loved it so much it keeps you entertained for the entire thing, and then eventually they break the high score after destroying those kids. They beat the kids, they beat them before in the episode. After a little bit of practice, it was all it took, and they beat the high score on Broken Bones. And that's when a green light beams through the heavens, shoots down, and Garrett Bobby Ferguson comes through that light, and he's like, "Oh yes, stroke the beard of Garrett Bobby Ferguson."
Oh yeah, me! Yes, go ahead. Stroke the beard of Garrett Bobby Ferguson.
And it's revealed that he was the one who held that record, and it is the universe record in Broken Bones. So, Garrett Bobby Ferguson versus Mordecai and Rigby in Broken Bones. Garrett Bobby Ferguson stretches his arms and legs out of his big old head, and they begin to brawl. I love the music for the scene. I love it. They make just playing a simple little arcade game look like the most tense and fun situation you could possibly be in. And eventually, Garrett Bobby Ferguson is losing to Mordecai and Rigby. He starts crying, saying that his wife left him, his kids left him, all because of this game. Just please let him keep the record. But it was all a ploy, just so that he could hang on to the record. But Mordecai and Rigby get to play one more time. They start fighting, brawling Garrett Bobby Ferguson. They kick him in the chin, and they're able to beat him, and he just goes, "No!" and explodes. Yeah, really good stuff. Benson shows up to actually give them some respect with some real actual checks at the end, and he's just like, I was gonna be nice to you guys, but then you covered me in brain matter, and I'm done, and just rips it.
You want to waste your lives playing video games? Then fine. I respect your decision. Just don't do it on my time ever again.
Great way to end the episode. Gary Bobby Ferguson is one of the most iconic regular show villains, and I think he helped make this one of the most iconic episodes in regular show. It's just such a good plot, so many great scenes, great music, definitely one of regular show's best episodes. Rage Against the TV is my favorite episode in all of regular show, genuinely. It has been since I was a kid, it has been since I first saw it. Nothing can even come close to that mountain that this episode has, because it is just so good. Usually I try to not be biased with my rankings, that's why Rage Against the TV usually is never at the top of any of my lists, but today it truly is, because god damn it, my episode deserves to be at the top of something. It's just so good. It has the perfect plotline, the perfect setup. It's just a video game. They're just playing against the hammer. Nobody beats the hammer, bro. And the TV fails just when they're starting to beat him and freezes.
Dude, his weakness is furniture. Burn it. What just happened?
I don't know.
Oh, dude, the game's still on. Pause it, dude, pause it.
It's paused!
So they have to get help from everybody at the park to try to get the TV to work again so that they could beat the hammer. It just has so many iconic scenes. I love everybody coming together to help Mordecai and Rigby. The scene where they first go to Muscle Man and they're like, we got to the hammer, and he's like, nobody gets to the hammer, bro. What does he look like? He's blue. And he's like, oh my god. And then he goes to grab his TV and just drops it on the ground.
Whoa! Whoa! This is gonna be hilarious!
Good stuff. Skips doesn't have a TV, so they go to the store, and we get the Jimmy. Come on, Jimmy.
Come on, Jimmy, you gotta have something.
Sorry, dude. There's nothing I can do, Muscle Man.
Jimmy, come on, Jimmy. You know you owe me. Besides, this is worth it.
And they're able to get this really old, like, white TV that only shows black and white. But hey, TV is a TV. They take that, they start setting it up. It doesn't really work quite right, so they have to get a bunch of different things from around the park to make it work, to make it compatible. Mordecai gives this really great speech, and just the way that Rigby looks while he's giving this speech about how they could do it.
Far in the game again.
Nobody's ever done this before, and Rigby's just sitting there like, yeah, love that stuff. Really good. It's just so funny. They're able to start it, the game starts, and that's when everything goes dark. It glows blue, and there he is, the hammer. Dudes, it's the hammer! He's real! Take my picture! And he just gets slapped. Oh my god, it's so good. I love that scene with Muscle Man.
Whoa! It's the hammer! He's real! Dudes, take my picture! Oh no, bro.
And this leads to the brawl against the hammer, one of my favorite fights in the entire show. It's just so good. I love the beginning of it where the hammer is just brutally laying into everybody, because it's honestly just so funny. The scene where Rigby is on his back and he just flings him into the wall and just elbows him. It's so good. He's destroying them until they remember that his weakness is furniture, and then it's the hammer's turn where they all just start decimating him with furniture. Skips even picks up a laundry machine and just starts beating him to death with it. Great stuff. And then they're all like, we don't have any furniture. What do we do? What do we do? What are we gonna do? And they look around. The hammer stands up, spreads his legs wide to go and attack Skips. He's flowing over, jumping at him. They throw a chair to Skips. Skips grabs it and they crush the hammer's balls. And then they grab his little controllers that he has for his arms, and they just start playing the game and actually beat him on the game as well, which finishes off the hammer. So good. Such a phenomenal episode. It is hilarious. This episode can always make me laugh no matter how many times I watch it. It just is so perfect from beginning to end. Amazing villain. I love the Hammer. He is just a deranged force of just, I'm gonna attack you for no reason. Perfect kind of villain for me. I don't really need all this background story on why I care about something. Just give me something that wants to fight. That's all I need, which leads to an incredible fight scene and just so many great scenes. I love this episode, and it will always be my favorite regular show episode. And to me, it is number 1.